face those threats, both in terms of security and in terms of natural disasters like Ebola.
On international peace and security, the ministers discussed the situation in Mali and acts of terrorism in the Sahel region. In Abuja, Gabriel Odu, NTA News.
President Jonathan has congratulated President Dilma Rousseff of Brazil on her victory in Sunday's final round of that country's presidential election. President Jonathan, on behalf of the government and people of Nigeria, hoped that the excellent relations and strategic partnership forged between Nigeria and Brazil during her first term will continue. Ahead of the upcoming general elections across Nigeria in 2015, Yobe State Command of the Nigeria Police Force has organized a workshop for security personnel and other stakeholders to share ideas and seek ways on how best to go about managing election processes. Correspondent Mustafa Yusuf Musa reports.
The workshop is aimed at creating a synergy among security personnel in the state in partnership with other stakeholders with a view to having a violent-free pre-election, during and post-elections period. Yobe State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Danladi Marcus, who presented a paper titled Managing Election Results and Public Reaction in Relation to Outbreak of Violence, noted that the success or failure of any election depends on the stakeholders performing their duties appropriately. Speaker, Yobe State House of Assembly, Adamu Deladogo, called for collaborative efforts and understanding among the stakeholders in matters that has to do with elections.
Educative and also informative for us politicians and policemen.
It is also the general view of speakers that the police force, with its role of maintaining law and order, is a central pillar in determining the freeness and fairness of elections, and consequently the acceptability of the results, saying that this can only be achieved where security personnel are seen to be impartial in the electoral process in the country. In Damaturu, Mustafa Yusuf Musa, NTA News.
The Northern Youth Forum has pledged total support for President Goodluck Jonathan's presidential aspiration in the 2015 general elections. Chairman of the forum, Bello Gambo Bichi, gave the assurance in Kanu while presenting a check for 2 million naira in support of the president's aspiration. Correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali has that report.
The Northern Youth Forum, comprising of 19 states, is a non-governmental organization designed to promote good governance and protect the right of youth. While presenting the 2 million naira check to the representative of the president, Engineer Gambo assured of their support come 2015 general elections. Minister of Education, a representative of the president, thanked the Northern Youth Forum for their support.
The youth of Nigeria have done us proud. It is an indication that the youth are in the forefront in the mobilization of Nigerian citizens to promote the continuation of the transformation agenda of Mr. President.
Minister of Youth, Boni Haruna, and that of Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Aminu Bashir Wali, as well as Senior Special Assistant to President on Political Affairs, Professor Rufai Ahmed Al-Ghali, appreciated the effort of the Youth Forum. From Kano, Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
And staying in the political arena, the Senate President David Mark has formally accepted the request of his constituents to seek renewal of his mandate for the Benue South senatorial seat in the 2015 elections. Senator Mark's PDP nomination form was purchased by the 9 local government chairmen from the zone. National Assembly correspondent Adam Sambu has details.
We present the form for you to return back to the Senate and continue to do that good job that you've been doing for us.
Accepting the nomination form at a colorful and remarkable event filled with emotions, Senator Mark promised that for this trust and confidence reposed in him, he is prepared to give the last pound of his blood to serve his people diligently. The endorsement, he said, speaks volume of the immeasurable responsibility on his shoulders and therefore assured the people that he will remain on the path of honor, justice and equity in service.
I renew my covenant with you today that I will remain your humble servant
I will continue to provide a focused and purposeful leadership. We shall continue to work together for the good and development of the Idoma nation.
Benue State Deputy Governor Stephen Lawani and the Minister of Interior Patrick Abamoro said the people of the zone and indeed Benue State are overwhelmed by the unprecedented achievements of Senator Mark in the Senate and therefore decided to return him in 2015 to continue the good job.
Nigeria and the Idoma nation stands to benefit maximally from your wealth of experience, the liberator of Benue citizens, the icon and hero of democracy in Nigeria. Is it proper for anybody else to challenge it?
Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
And the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Nasarawa State Chapter, has led a coalition of youth organizations to pick the PDP governorship form for the immediate past Information Minister Labaran Maku to contest the 2015 election in Nasarawa State. Political correspondent Femi Johnson also reports that some PDP members expressed interest in the party's ticket at both the National Assembly and governorship levels.
The Chairman Youth Council of Nigeria, Nasarawa State, Usman Abdullah King, while receiving the form, says the immediate past Information Minister has performed creditably, hence the endorsement by the youths in the state.
We will do our best and keep on campaigning for him, door-to-door campaign, as long as media campaign too, because it is well known that he is the most credible candidate in the entire state.
Others who obtained forms include a PDP chieftain, Professor Tawhid Adedoja, seeking interest in Oyo State PDP gubernatorial tickets.
If I'm chosen as the candidate, Oyo State will witness changes that I have never witnessed since the creation of the state.
A member of the Board of Trustees from Kogi State, Ajia Halima Alpha, also expressed desire to vie for Kogi East senatorial seat.
Kogi East feel that they are going to use me to appeal or to appease to the spirit of our foremothers.
With barely 3 days to the end of the sale of nomination forms, the National Organizing Secretary of the PDP, Alhaji Abubakar Mustafa, says the aspirants will experience a free, fair and transparent primaries. In Abuja, Femi Johnson, NTA News.
And still in 2015, a former Director General of the NTA, Mr. Ben Murray Bruce, has submitted the expression of interest and nomination forms to the headquarters of the Bayelsa State PDP Secretariat as an aspirant for Bayelsa East Senatorial District. Correspondent Samuel Nunonenai completes the report.
Mr. Ben Bruce, who has indicated interest to represent the Bayelsa East Senatorial District at the National Assembly, came in a grand style with his kinsmen to submit his expression of interest and nomination form to the chairman of the People's Democratic Party after completing all requirements as stated in the PDP intent and nomination forms. He promised, if given the ticket, will sponsor people-oriented bills that will reduce poverty, increase job creation and management of revenues in the face of shortfall in oil price.
We must protect our president, our brother, and we must protect our nation. Bayelsa may produce 30–40% of our oil, but development is nothing we should be proud of. We can do more.
The Bayelsa State PDP chairman promised equal treatment to all aspirants and advised that they should play and conform with the party's rules. In Yanagwa, Samuel Numanengi, NTA News.
The All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, has commenced the sale of nomination forms for all aspirants seeking the ticket of the party in the 2015 elections. The national chairman of the party, Chief Victor Ume, says the party will support credible and popular candidates to win governorship positions.
The only thing we tell people who want to contest elections through our platform this time is if anybody comes through us and goes through us and wins this election, the person must remain in the party to preserve the ideals of the party.
Former Minister of Interior, Captain Emmanuel Iheanacho, is the first party member to declare interest in the Imo governorship election on the platform of the party.
I see this as a platform that will give me the best opportunity to contribute to the well-being of our people through the benefits of good governance.
ABGA says the sale of nomination forms will be on till the 4th of November. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) stakeholders in Yobe State have promised their support for President Goodluck Jonathan's transformation agenda so as to move the country forward. This was revealed at a one-day PDP stakeholders meeting organized by the state acting chairman of the party, Alhaji Sule Abdulkadir Dogwa, held in Damaturu, the Yobe State capital. Correspondent Hussein Muhammad Isa has details of the report.
The one-day PDP stakeholders meeting was aimed at restructuring and repositioning the party in the state so as to ensure victory of the party in the upcoming general election in 2015. The acting state chairman of the party in Yobe State, Alhaji Sule Abdulkadir Dogwa, stressed the need for unity in the party, which he describes as the major challenge confronting it in the run-up to much-awaited elections next year. The meeting, which attracted major stakeholders of PDP in Yobe State, including the Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Abdul Bulama, former Minister of State for Finance, Dr. Rima Lawan Ngama, and former Minister of Police Affairs, Alhaji Adamu Maina Waziri, as well as party supporters, have charted a way forward for the party with a strong pledge to lead the party to a promised land. In Damaturu, Hussein Mohammed Isa, NTA News.
And still to come, Federal Civil Service Commission set to promote merit in the service. The details when we return.
Transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood.
Change is never easy. It was not easy for Dr. Martin Luther King when Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew transformed Singapore from third world to first world. It was not easy. They stoned him. It was not easy for Nelson Mandela.
I, Barack Hussein Obama.
It was not easy for Barack Obama. Nothing worthwhile ever is. Dr. Martin Luther King did it. Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew did it. Nelson Mandela did it. Barack Obama did it. Goodluck Jonathan is doing it. He is transforming Nigeria. Mr. President, keep doing it. We who are with you are so many more than those who are against you. A message from protectors of Nigerian posterity.
Niger has got her pulse back. Now you can call from your campus and from over 500 other campuses at 11 copies per second all day to any network, plus lots of other awesome benefits. Dial *406#. Step into the pulsing zone. It's MTN iPulse, baby. Back, bigger, and better.
Pulsing P. MTN. Where you go.
Johnny S5.5, the slimmest in the world. Johnny, to be needed, to be loved. Johnny M2, 28 days standby time. Johnny, to be needed, to be loved.
Chioma, I bet you can touch your nose with your thumb. A nose? It's the same with your toilet. There are many places in your toilet that detergents cannot clean. That is why the new Harpic 5 times complete gives you 5 times better cleaning than detergent from the rim all the way to the U-bend, making your toilet completely clean. With Harpic 5 times complete, you will definitely reach all the hard-to-clean places in your toilet.
Harpic Power Plus. Buy now for only 350 Naira.
Mr. President, you are welcome to Kaduna State. On behalf of the government and entire good people of Kaduna State, we welcome our leader, His Excellency, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, to our peaceful state for the commissioning of the multi-billion naira new governor's office at the Sir Kashim Ibrahim House, Kaduna. Date Tuesday, October 28, 2014.
Mr. President, as you visit our dear state, be rest assured that the hospitable people of Kaduna State are in full support of Your Excellency's transformation agenda and are happy with the many accomplishments of your administration in the state. Sir, you are welcome to Kaduna. Welcome home. Signed, Mukhtar Ramalan Yaru, FCNA, MNIM, Dalatanzazo, Executive Governor, Kaduna State.
The Federal Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development invites all allottees of land in the National Sites and Service Scheme in Gwagwalada FCT to come forward with relevant documents or proof of allocation for verification. Date, Monday 27th October to Tuesday 25th November, 2 p.m. weekdays only. Venue, Federal Secretariat Complex, Phase 2, Head of Service Complex, Block D, Room 815, 8th floor, Abuja, FCT. They are to come along with the following: 2 recent passport photographs and original for citing, and 2 photocopies of the following documents: letter of allocation or letter of offer, payment receipt, valid identification, sworn affidavit to support claim of ownership, approved building plan, if any. For further enquiries, contact the Permanent Secretary Announcer.
Mama's cooking. Let's help her. Wait. My mama says before touching food, you should wash your hands with soap.
But my hands are clean.
You can't see germs, but they're everywhere.
Look under special blue light. To protect against germs, I recommend regularly use soap. Safeguard removes millions of germs, and additionally, it inhibits regrowth of germs that might cause skin rashes for hours.
That is why me, mommy, daddy, and my brother regularly use Safeguard.
Supported by the African Medical Association.
The National Planning Commission, in collaboration with Oyo State Government, European Union Delegation, and the Infrastructure Bank PLC, announced the meetings of the Joint Planning Board and National Council on Development Planning, scheduled to hold as follows: 28 October 2014, arrival and registration; 29 October, Joint Planning Board Technical Level Meeting; 30th October, technical meetings continue and other side events; 31st October, National Council on Development Planning Meeting, special guest of honor, His Excellency Abiola Ajimobi, Executive Governor, Oyo State. Venue, International Conference Center, University of Ibadan, Oyo State. Theme, enhancing strategic planning for transformative development and building resilience. For inquiry, please contact the Chairman, Planning Committee. Announcer, Mr. B.O. Akbayong, Acting Secretary to the Commission.
A cup of jig in the water will get school uniforms whiter, and it is the tough stain fighter that will get your whites much brighter. Just Jiggins! Pot puree and lemon. Just Jiggins! Hey, you better go get it! Now available in lemon and pot puree fragrances, the newest and freshest way to jig it.
The long-awaited moment is here, as Kano State Governor Engineer Rabiu Musa Konkoso, man of the moment, man of the people, and man of action, offers himself for national service. We invite all Nigerians to join the winning team as Konkoso declares his presidential ambition on the platform of the APC. Date, Tuesday, 28 October 2014. Time, 11 a.m. Venue, Old Parade Ground, Abuja. Join the national salvage team of the APC. Go for Konkoso, the water engineer, two-term governor of Kano State, former Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives, former member of the National Constitutional Conference, former Defense Minister, former Presidential Advisor on Darfur and Somalia, and former member of the NDDC Board. A detribalized Nigerian, dogged political fighter and bridge builder at home and abroad, Kwankwaso can be trusted to change Nigeria for the better. Change is possible.
It's estimated that Nigerians spend 7.7 billion naira annually as capital flight to Ghana in search of higher education. To address the anomaly, unions in the university system gathered in Abuja to devise ways of transforming the education sector in Nigeria. Franca Uzoma Olua has the details.
The Nigerian education over the years has witnessed policy somersault, which many say is the result of inadequate conception of the philosophy, purpose and practice of education, as well as class domination. Against this background, the university unions, as major stakeholders in the system, believe that the education system cannot sustain the aspirations of Nigerians for development and good life.
We have been having what we call private public partnership, which is mainly towards market economy. And that market economy is in the favor of the rich people. That's why the public schools have continued to go down.
Our children cannot stay in Nigeria and school. That means there's a problem.
But the problem is deeply political. It is due also to the political choices that we make.
For the unions, education at all levels must be utilized as tool for liberalization.
A society that values education will get good education. A society that values things that do not matter will not get good education. So the onus is on all of us to start.
Once you educate a person, you will see that he has the capacity, to take his fate into his hands.
The 4-day conference is expected to build a solid foundation that will take the education sector to the next level. In Abuja, Franca Uzoma Olwa, NTA News.
Under the Esianita Education Trust Fund, 50 indigent students of Cross River State have received scholarship awards in 10 secondary schools in the southern senatorial district of the state. Correspondent Buddy Akpan reports that the foundation is in honor of the father of the Director General of the Directorate of State Services, Mr. Ita Ekpeyong.
Over 6,000 million naira has been set aside to kickstart the Esianita Itam Education Trust Fund. The Board of Trustees chairman of the fund, Gesham Henshaw, said the arrangement is in support of the SSS Director General's vision of educating the less privileged in the society, a legacy his late father, Esianita Itam, left behind. Under this arrangement, the students who were selected on merit will have their school fees and books allowances paid for one school year through the trust fund.
When we were trying to do a reception party, when he was reappointed DG of SSS, he said, please guys, I would prefer if you could allow that money into creating an endowment for scholarship for indigent students. And that is the beginning of this.
It will also enable them achieve their dreams of becoming educated in life.
I would love to advise them that they should put all their mind in their studies and study very hard.
In Calabar, Buddy Akpan, NTA News.
The Federal Civil Service Commission is set to promote online examinations in order to maintain neutrality in line with the policy on merit. The chairman of the commission, Deaconess Joan Ayo, stated this while interacting with the media on the conduct of the 2014 Directorate Cadre Promotion Examinations. Correspondent Emmanuel Ayimiru reports.
The focus of the chairman and the commissioners of the Federal Civil Service Commission is to encourage hard work, prevent stagnation and distortion, which previously bedeviled the civil service. Such stagnation is against the core mandate of the commission, which seeks to achieve professionalism, patriotism, integrity and accountability in every chosen career. The chairman of the commission, Joan Ayo, says promotion examination is now an annual affair.
A total of 3,273 candidates participated in the 2014 promotion exercise. Out of this number, for 2014, 1,917 candidates were successfully promoted.
On the issue of quota system, the chairman says the principle of meritocracy will determine who occupies a particular position, as there will be a chance for candidates to sit for exam if unable to pass in the previous exercise. In Abuja, Emmanuel Ayemiru, NTA News.
Now, granting autonomy to local government areas and independent candidacy are part of the proposed amendments to the 1999 Constitution by the National Assembly. As the federal lawmakers await resolutions on the amendments from the 36 state houses of assembly, there is a call for people with experience and character to participate in running local government areas in Nigeria. This was on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria program earlier today. Anne Jibuno has details.
Issues ranging from the position of state houses of assembly on local government autonomy, which may reduce their hold on the local government areas, to the inability of the local government to confront the powers of governors and the implication of this on the development of rural areas were among those raised.
The elections to the local government shall be conducted directly by the Independent National Electoral Commission. 2, you will receive your monies directly from the federation accounts?
I think it's our local government level where you should be seeing PhDs, former, top administrators and things getting involved, going into elections.
You need to transfer responsibilities to lower levels, build local capacity to deal with local issues and challenges.
Meanwhile, the issue of independent candidacy was described as a step in the right direction.
Individuals who have a good story to tell, governance proposal to make, will be able to do so, whether or not they have billions and things to spend their way through the party system.
I think local governments stand to gain from independent candidacy more than any other level of government.
They emphasized that independent candidacy is the answer to what many describe as the syndrome of godfatherism in Nigeria. In Abuja, Anne Jibuno, NTA News.
The federal government is to collaborate with the Kogi State government in building a world-class airport in Lokoja to open up the state's economy to other states of the federation. The Minister of Aviation, Osita Chidoka, said this when the governor of Kogi State, Captain Idris Wada, paid him a courtesy visit in the ministry. Chidoka added that it was in line with the federal government's policy of building airports in all the state capitals. He said this will allow for the emergence of regional airlines, which will help the aviation sector. The governor of Kogi State, Captain Wada, said considering the strategic location of Lokoja, the Kogi State government was seeking collaboration with the federal government to build a world-class airport. Shaw P graduates internship for exports. And this is coming from our Lagos Network Center with Ademola. Hello, Ademola.
Hello, Cyril. Good evening and welcome to Lagos. The Shopee program of the federal government has continued to impact positively on the lives of unemployed Nigerian youths in the areas of empowerment and job placement. This was highlighted at the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Shopee Graduate Internship Scheme and the Nigerian Export Promotion Council in Lagos.
The Graduate Internship Scheme is a platform that provides young graduates with one-year temporary work experience and possible candidates for job openings in the labor markets. This partnership is an attempt by the federal government at encouraging government-to-government partnership and, by extension, public-private partnership towards achieving the goals of the transformation agenda in the area of job creation. Already, 9,500 graduates have been integrated.
Our hope is that by December we'll have about 25,000 graduates spread across the country, learning skills, and for one year.
The Nigerian Export Promotion Council and the Graduate Internship Scheme Partnership will provide opportunity for the unemployed youths to be trained on export activities and engage more young graduates in the export trade.
We know that the export business is tomorrow's business. The more we start training our people ready now for export, the better it is.
It's meant to build the capacity for the manpower of this country to be able to fulfill the design expectations of government.
In order to deepen this partnership, a Youth Empowerment Export Skills Acquisition Program has been initiated by the NEPC, with pilots to be run first in Lagos and Kano. The project is opened to every graduate across Nigeria.
It is continued efforts to help revitalize Nigeria's shipping and marine industry. The Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas, NLNG, has sent another batch of young Nigerians to South Korea to learn more about shipping industry. The move is to develop Nigerians and get them to use Nigerian manufactured products in building ships. Annie Daniels has the details.
Ship Knowledge Management Transfer, Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas. Harry Abojan, while commenting on the departure of these 35 Nigerians to South Korea, said that the project commenced in 2013 when the NLNG entered into agreements with some shipbuilders in South Korea. The project's worth $1.6 billion is aimed at equipping these young Nigerians with skills capable of driving the Nigerian shipping industry to new levels.
Low voltage cables from Nexans Cable Metal have been exported to Korea to be used in the construction of these vessels. and this is part of the Nigeria Content Initiative, worth about $1.1 million.
The trainees are drawn from the 6 geopolitical zones of the country.
We've done the first stage of this training at IESL in Lagos. We did the training for 3 months.
It was a ship design training. It consisted of 3 modules: AutoCAD, that's a engineering drafting tool, then PDMS, which is used for plant design.
I personally did flux core welding, that's in ship construction.
We've acquired it, where they will use it. That's another thing to help if they will train us and use us.
The training is expected to last 9 months, and the delivery of the ships begins in 2015 into 2016. In Lagos, Annie Daniels, NTA News.
The federal government says it is collaborating with the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors in combating the menace of gully and flood erosion that are currently ravaging some parts of the country. Minister of State for Works, Adebayo Adeyeye, made the remark at the 32nd Annual Olumide of Surveyors in Oshogbo. Correspondent Abolade Salami has more.
Speaking on the topic continuing the Olumide legacy for prosperous nation, the Minister of State for Works, Adebayo Adeyeye, represented by his special advisor on technical, Mr. Eyitayo Aluko, believed surveyors have a professional role to play in combating the scourge of gully and flood erosion that has brought sorrow and untold hardship to the people of the affected areas. He said the institution should also establish a network of control in erosion-prone areas and engage in large-scale mapping in collaboration with the River Basin Authority in order to manage the basins and watershed areas in the country. In his remarks, President, Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, Omo Haigbe, emphasized the importance of proper mapping of the country. Awards of excellence were later presented to the Minister, State for Works, Adebayo Adeyeye, and Osun State Governor Ralph Ariboshola for their outstanding performances in the development of the country. The Olumide Memorial Lecture is an annual event usually organized in honor of the first president of the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, late Theodore Olumide. In Oshogbo, Abolade Salami, NTA News.
Have you blown someone's mind lately? The season of surprises premieres across Nigeria on November 1st. Prepare to surprise. Prepare to be surprised. MTN, everywhere you go.
There are those that want to divide Nigeria, to take us back to another time. But the future belongs to you. Together we have built the largest economy in Africa. And now we must lift up every Nigerian child in every region. Strengthen education. Keep building a modern infrastructure. Better roads, the energy, water, and lift up every family. We can't go back. The future is hard work, but we are building it together. Good luck, Jonathan. One Nigeria, moving forward together.
When I thirsty. It tastes good. It tastes good. Hollandia, yogurt break time. When I'm hungry, when I'm thirsty. Hollandia, yogurt break time. When I'm hungry, when I'm thirsty. Oh, yeah, yo. Oh, Hollandia.
Hollandia yogurt, available in strawberry, plain, and pineapple coconut.
Together with nature, we're making great juice. 5 Alive, made with nature.
It's your mouth that gives you your best smile, that lets you bite into the best food, hot or cold. That's why your mouth deserves Oral-B Pro Health All-Round Protection. It protects you against bacteria, plaque, and gum problems that could lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your teeth and gives you all-round protection. That's why your mouth deserves Oral-B Pro Health All-Round Protection. And now available in family size.
22 artists, 44 collaborations, 5 countries, 9 episodes.
Coke Studio, baby.
Catch Coke Studio Africa Season 2 every Saturday from the 13th of September at 7 p.m. on AIT.
On the business news package this evening, economic watchers call for sustained government efforts at diversifying the nation's economy from oil, plus developments on the floor of the nation's stock exchange. Seun Ogunluyi has details.
The Coordinating Minister for the Economy and Minister of Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has warned that a sustained drop in the price of crude oil will force the federal government to adopt serious cost-cutting measures. In an interview with the London-based Financial Times newspaper, the minister said Nigeria will have to look very hard at recurrent expenditure and identify overlap in agencies. Having witnessed a near 30% decline in revenues over the past 3 months, Africa's leading oil producer is already facing a painful readjustment. Meanwhile, economic watchers have been calling for the diversification of the nation's economy from oil.
I read extensively about 4 articles in various newspapers about the urgency to diversify the economy. You see, this is a 170 million population, a big consumer nation, that we can be independent enough to consume locally made goods and become a greater economy. Small economies that do not have the population may not have what it takes to industrialize. So Nigeria has all it takes to industrialize.
Before we go, let's quickly take trading activities on the floor of the nation's bourse at the close of Monday, the 27th of October 2014. And that's the business package for now. Thanks for watching.
To further strengthen the growth enhancement scheme of the Nigerian government, which gives further direct access to input through mobile phones, the World Bank is supporting the initiative with a program tagged Touch and Pay using unique offline technology. Musa Baba Aliyu has the details.
From agro dealers through the growth enhancement scheme of the federal government. The pilot project is presently being implemented in Sokoto and the federal capital city of Abuja, targeting over 500,000 farmers.
Through the support of the World Bank, developed a fertilizer quality control bill so that we can actually trade fertilizers from Nigeria into others, and we can, if we are to import fertilizer from others, but at least the quality is controlled.
The program has so far received recognition from other African countries and is being promoted by the African Fertilizer and Agribusiness Partnership.
The World Bank is now trying to promote knowledge exchange, and we have now a new structure where we want to have the best of each country being shared with other countries.
Apart from boosting the food production of the country, the platform will also strengthen the data collection of farmers nationwide. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Governor Uduaghan harps on good local government administration. Over now to Ogochukwuka in Benin for this and more reports. Ogochukwuka.
Thank you, Cyril. Welcome to Benin. Governor Emmanuel Uduaghan has sworn in new local government chairmen for 23 out of 25 councils in Delta State. Firma Eliogu reports that the 23 chairmen sworn in contested under the platform of the People's Democratic Party.
Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law, and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This oath of allegiance undertaken by the 23 local government chairmen signifies the dawn of a new era in local government administration in Delta State. The governor, Dr. Emmanuel Eweta-Odoah, enjoined them to ensure that the expectations of citizens are met at this tier of government. He also charged the Delta State Independent Electoral Commission, DISEC, to fast-track the process of a fresh election for Top East and Ndokwa East local government councils. He called for proximity to the people and advised them to key into government policies, especially the Delta Beyond Oil project, to ensure poverty reduction and wealth creation. Responding on behalf of the newly elected grassroots leaders, the chairman of Brutu Local Government Council, Ebikeme Clark, had this to say.
Things cannot be done as usual. The money for the people should go to the people. You know that people should feel the presence of confidence around them.
In Asaba, Thelma Eliog, NTA News.
Ondo State Governor Dr. Olusegun Mimiko has hosted some national youth leaders of the PDP and explained that his return to the PDP is to add value to the party and therefore urged members to work as one to achieve positive results. Doris Olumoko has details.
The PDP will be the ruling party even after the 2015 general elections. Governor Mimiko challenged the youths to go out and work vigorously for the second term of President Goodluck Jonathan.
The part of adding value is to ensure that we allow discipline to prevail in that party.
The national leader of the PDP youths, Abdullahi Maibasira, while canvassing for elective positions for the youths in the forthcoming general election, assured Governor Mimiko that he has the full support of the PDP youths, adding that they are glad to have him back to the PDP.
To take them as you have always taken them, as your vanguards, as your workers, as your agents, and as those that will stand firm for you, come rain, come shine.
He also challenged the governor to use the youths to transform the structure of the party in Ondo State. In Akure, Doris Olumoko, NTA News.
And that's it from this end. Cyril is back to you, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. The Nigerian Christian Pilgrim Commission says the second edition of A Day with Jesus, organized in Israel, is one of the means of ending the insecurity and other challenges facing the nation through divine intervention. Speaking with correspondent Rotimi Oluwagbemi on their arrival from the Holy Land, members of the presidential delegation said the pilgrimage was a success.
The direct impact is on the immediate beneficiaries. It is expected that they will go and tell the story of what they have experienced.
We want to make sure that we use pilgrimage as a tool for moral and spiritual transformation.
We pray for peace and progress and prosperity for Nigerians, and I believe that God has heard our prayers.
As we continue to put our trust in God and pray fervently that He will do much more than we desire.
Having a day with Jesus, pouring our hearts, crying to Him about our situation in Nigeria is worth everything in this life.
Having been there, witness how the Israelis use their brain, the Jews use their brain to make things happen. We are more than charged spiritually to now bring it back here and know that there is need for us to use our brain to remodify things and change it and make things be transformed in line with Mr. President's transformation agenda.
Up ahead, Super Falcons arrive home with Africa Trophy after these messages.
The Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Public Affairs announces the holding of a public affairs forum with the theme, Jonathan Transformation, 4 Impactful Years. The forum is an interactive session between top government functionaries and the public on the milestone recorded by President Goodluck Jonathan's transformation agenda in the last 4 years. The Public Affairs Forum will feature ministers of finance, education, aviation, agriculture, works, transport, health, power, trade and investment, and water resources. Date, Thursday 30th and Friday 31st October 2014, and Monday 3rd and Tuesday 4th November 2014. Time, 12 to 2 p.m. daily. Venue, Nikon Luxury Hotel, Abuja. Attendance is strictly by invitation. Signed, Dr. Doyin Okukbe, Senior Special Assistant to the President on Public Affairs.
The issue of local government autonomy is the focus on NTA Tuesday Live this week. Tuesday Live, incisive, educative, informative, and engaging. Don't be told. Join us.
Johnny M2, 28 days standby time. Johnny, to be needed, to be loved.
There's a new way to share happiness. It's the all-new Maltina on the go, the first in a 50cl resealable.
The Nigerian Communications Commission is inviting youths aged 30 and below to participate in the Youth Innovators Challenge. Do you have ICT innovations? Are you an ICT young entrepreneur? Do you have an idea that can change the world? Please explain your concept in detail. Note, winning entries will be showcased at the ITU World in Doha. Send your submission in a sealed envelope marked Young Innovators on or before the 31st of October 2014 to Engineer Augustine Mwalune, Spectrum Administration, mwalune@ncc.gov.ng, or Ogu Chambers Okorie, Policy Competition Department, gu@ncc.gov.ng, Nigerian Communications Commission, Abuja. Telephone +234 9461 7225 or +234 9461 7077. Fax +234 9461 7502. Nigeria@itutelecomworld@ncc.gov.ng. Signed, Tony Ojobo, Director Public Affairs.
On the foreign scene, World Health Organization urges intervention teams on Ebola to move quickly to affected West African countries as South African prosecutors set to appeal against Oscar Pistorius' conviction and sentence. These and more on Global Tidbits with correspondent Gabriel Odu.
Efforts at curbing the spread of the Ebola virus disease in affected countries have stepped up, with Cuba sending 165 doctors to Sierra Leone, while China sending 200 medical staff. Meanwhile, the United States is giving aid to Liberia, France to Guinea, and Britain to Sierra Leone. The WHO is therefore calling for more intensified efforts at curbing the Ebola virus disease. In South Africa, prosecutors say they are going to appeal against the conviction and sentence of athlete Oscar Pistorius for killing his girlfriend, Reeve Steenkamp. And in Tunisia, latest parliamentary election results indicate that another party is set to clinch the vote. This is the first parliamentary election under a new constitution. That's Global Tidbits. Gabriel Udu, NTA News.
Sports now. Nigerian badminton players win doubles events at the just concluded International Championship in Abuja as football crisis continues with Chris Giwa at NFF office. Correspondent Amazi Marcos reports.
Nigerian badminton players failed to replicate their 2013 victory at the Nigerian International Badminton Championship, which came to an end on Sunday in Abuja. Edwin Ekiring from Uganda won the men's singles, beating Arnold Genin from France 11-4, 11-7, 4-11 and 11-5, while Nicole Sharkar from Switzerland edged out Nigeria's Grace Gabriel by 3-2 to win the women's singles. Nigeria's Jinkam Blues and Olafa Gbemi won the men's doubles, while the duo of Jinkam Blues and Susan Ide won the mixed doubles. Members of the victorious women's national team, the Super Falcons, who won a record 7th African title last weekend in Namibia, were on Monday addressed by Sports Minister Tami Danagogo in Lagos. Speaking alongside NFF President Amaju Pinnick and First Vice President of the Nigeria Football Federation, Sheyi Akiwumi, the minister said the team should be kept for the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada, while commending the players for placing national interest above personal interest. Meanwhile, activities at the Nigeria Football Federation were almost paralyzed as top officials of the football ruling body boycotted their offices on Monday. Policemen on duty told NTA News that they were there to protect life and property and avert any clash. The Christopher Giwa faction were at the office.
Seems we've lost signals on that end bit of the sports report. Moving on now. The death has been announced of Deaconess Agnes Owoma Ukese. She died on the 27th of August. A statement by the family indicates that her funeral service will hold at James Welch Grammar School, Emevo. Interment follows at James Welch Grammar School, Emevo. She is survived by children, grandchildren, and a sister. And time now for a quick check on the weather prospects across the country. And as we leave you, we remind you that it's your right to challenge anybody suspected to be involved in unwholesome activities around you. Be security conscious. This message is from the Directorate of State Security. And that concludes Network News tonight. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Peace and stability, achieve our goals in unity. We are brothers and sisters, we've lived together for years now. Say no to violence now, sing it with me. Peace, peace, peace. Let's all embrace peace. We are brothers and sisters, we've lived together for years now. Say no to violence now. No religion preaches violence. We need understanding and tolerance. You can be you, I can be me. That's the way it should be. Say no to violence now. Sing it one more time. Peace, peace, peace. Let's all embrace peace. In the family, in schools, at work, everywhere. Say no to violence now.
Our strength as a nation lies in our unity. Come
Come rain or shine, this great promise called Nigeria will stand. Nigeria truly cares. Parents, our soldiers will definitely bring back our girls. Say no to terrorism. Nigerians, indeed, we will overcome. This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
For Nigeria, the tides are changing indeed, and for the better. Enduring signposts of this transformation abound for all to see. The revival of the railways after nearly 20 years of abandonment is apparent. Food security is being vigorously promoted with subsidized agricultural inputs now more accessible to farmers. Add this to the remodeling of the nation's airports and the ongoing construction of 5 new international airport terminals, and you are assured that the tides are indeed changing. Take a look at Nigeria's auto assembly plants, formerly dormant, now springing back to life. For more vivid insights into these indices of change, tune into the network service of the NTA 8:30 p.m. every Tuesday for Changing Tides, an incisive magazine program on the remarkable strides of a new era. Don't miss it.
This is the network service of the NTA.
You are watching NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. For more information and news updates, visit our website at www.nta.ng, or you can follow us on Twitter at NTA News Now, or you can like us on Facebook at NTA Network News. Stay connected on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/NTA News Online. Watch our live stream at www.nta.ng/live. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Excuse me. What people are looking for in Sokoto, we are having Sokoto. Good luck are what every parent and wishes speaking. In school, in business, in life. Everybody are looking for good luck. Every country are looking for good luck. In World Cup tournament, good luck. Our railways are come back to life. Good luck. The schools are now breaking all over to betterment the future of Almajiris. Good luck. Our universities are properly funded. Good luck. My dear brothers of the North, are you seeing what I'm saying? Agriculture are now walk over. That 33 modern dams are ready for farmers. Good luck. Fertilizers are purchased for almost free of charge. FOC. I am talking of power supply. That power reform and make steady supply of light every daily. Let us thank Chineke God for our good luck. Chineke good luck continue for Nigeria.
This message is brought to you courtesy Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria. Time for One Vision, Nigeria.
Hello and welcome to Power Links, again on location, this time around in South Nigeria. If it is not raining heavily here, It is drizzling most of the times. This is Odukpani in Calabar of Cross River State, and this is Calabar Power Plant. On this visit, a high-profile visitor is expected here at the Calabar Power Plant. After the successful groundbreaking ceremony of the second line cement production by UNICEM in Calabar, on behalf of President Goodluck Jonathan, Vice President Mohammed Namadi Sambo, accompanied by some ministers and the Deputy Governor of Cross River State, Effiok Kobam, went to the plant on inspection visit. This is in line with implementing key development projects under the transformation agenda. At the plant to receive the Vice President and entourage is top management of the National Integrated Power Project, contractors of the power plant and consultants.
That's good. Everything is set and done. Yes, sir.
The Vice President also take around other key infrastructure at the plant.
Everything is set. Yes, everything is set. Congratulations. Yes. This way.
There was a visit to the gas infrastructure at the plant.
The Calabar power plant is completed, satisfactorily completed. All the 5 units are ready. The switchyard is ready. The transmission line is ready. And the gas is also ready. I can see that the connection has been made already, connecting the gas into this plant. And by end of this month, we expect that the gas will come into the plant. And by October, we believe we will start generating power in this plant. Congratulations.
You can never estimate our elation with what we have found out today, because with the successful completion of this project, it translates to so many things to our people. First, there will be constant energy, and our people can grow their businesses. And moreover, this place will generate employment and will also grow the Cross River State economy. So for us, it is a dream come true, is what we have been hoping for. And I'll use this opportunity to commend His Excellency the Vice President for finding time, because originally this was not on his schedule today, but he insisted. That could explain the impromptu arrangement you have seen here. He insisted that he can't stop seeing these power plants before he departs for Abuja. So once again, on behalf of the people and government of Cross River State, I congratulate you on this major feat and also commend your tenacity in ensuring that this project has been brought to its fruitful end. Thank you very much.
I'm so delighted to have this opportunity. And I want to say on behalf of the entire good people of Odukpani local government that we want to really appreciate and thank God for having brought this kind of giant and laudable project into our domain, because we know what this kind of project is going to bring to our people. Our people, we are still longing for when it will be commissioned so that the project will start in earnest. I must say, mere looking at what is going to, we can emphasize what is coming. This project will sincerely bring a lot of economic activities to our area, apart from the main objective of increasing our power supply, to create also employment. And from one employment, other economic activities surrounding the environment